Yeah, as you can see, we just came out of the Temple of Time, and it looks a little different. First of all, I think it was the owl. Well, somebody said that the clouds around Death Mountain always like symbolize the state the Death Mountain is in. So this doesn't really look good. The church also seems a little run down. Flowers are gone, grass is gone. Trees are still looking okayish. And then there's this marketplace with a lot of zombies around, and everything is destroyed. Because I guess evil Ganondorf, evil Gerudo kings don't need any subjects. So usually in here, if you remember, when we were a child, there were a lot of pots, a lot of jars that we could destroy. And this one guard that told us that he was bored and that we should destroy jars for his amusement. And now there's this guy here, this creepy looking guy. Who's this? Oh, you're quite an energetic young man. You're brave and handsome too. I mean, well, thanks. Your name is Gilga, isn't it? Well, now you're getting creepy. Or even more creepier. Don't be surprised, I can read people's minds. Okay. If I looked as good as you, I could run a different kind of business. My shop is the only ghost shop in Hyrule. Because of the great Ganondorf, it is a fine time for a business like this. Why? Well, first of all, your ghosts seem to be escaping their prison. It also seems a little stupid to try to imprison etheric beings with iron bars. But whatever. I can only hope the world gets even worse. Wow. But who buys you ghosts? I mean, I guess it's good because there's a lot of dead people, so you can find a lot of ghosts, right? But who would buy a ghost? And why? I mean, of course, if you have a small po in a bottle, you can drink them for some health. But you can't drink big pos for some reason. The ghosts called Poes are spirits of concentrated hatred that appear in the fields and graveyard. They hate the world. Young man, if you catch a Poe, I will pay a lot of money for it. Okay, so now they are exactly in their little cages. And then they just fly out. And one has a creepy smile. It's funny. At least we don't have to worry about the drawbridge anymore and the day and night cycle. So I guess thanks Ganondorf. And now let's head over to Kakariko. Because we are the main protagonist of a video game, so we do whatever people who are looking a little friendly tell us to do. And we listen to Navi. Listen. Should we believe what Sheik said and go to Kakariko village? Stop being so passive-aggressive. So most of the people that we had... It's interesting because most of the people that are in Castle Town when you're young Link are now have settled over to Kakariko. He was the one who wanted to break into the castle to meet Princess Zelda, or at least see her, and he was the one who gave us the hint of crawling through the sewer exit. And the other one laughed at him. Now what are they laughing about? No. I tell you, I saw him! I saw the ghostly figure of Dampé the Gravekeeper sinking into his grave. It looked like he was holding some kind of treasure. Oh wow, you're going out of your box to tell us that. You're actually a pretty interesting hint giver. He always tells us what to do next. And of course he's still being laughed at. This guy should have probably died from laughter. Isn't forced laughter also like a form of torture? Poor guy. Look at this guy. Ever since he escaped from Hyrule Castle Town, he's become even more timid. So, what has changed in Kakariko? So, the guy on the rooftop is still, as it seems, up there, still living. Still not died from thirst. There's someone on the watchtower now. Oh, that's probably the guy that was on the balcony in Castle Town. And the building was finished. But I think that's basically everything that changed. Oh, and the tree is a different one. Weird, club-looking cactus thingy. So of course there's also new inhabitants. And I already realized this snoring probably belongs to Talon, right? So why is Talon here? Why is he not on the London ranch? Melon, doing alright, mumble mumble. Sorry to make you worry. Huh, interesting. There was all of the carpenters running around building something in the city. Of which they, as it seems, finished the house at some point. Although it does seem rather rough. And now they're gone, so the carpenters aren't here anymore. I wonder if we'll find them somewhere else in the world. I don't remember if I talked to this guy. I think I talked to him, but I don't remember what he said in Castletown. A long time ago, there was a man in this very village who had an eye they said could see the truth. Now usually you have to train your mind's eye most strenuously to actually see the truth. But this fella, no, they say he had a different way of doing things. His house stood where the well is now. So it's interesting, although there's a lot of flavor text around, most of the flavor text also hints at places we might have to go in the future. Oh yeah, did I even visit the people in here when we were younger? Because of course there's these creepy guys in here, who are fuel for nightmares. And those are the reason why we are even collecting the gold sculpture tokens. We look like this because of the spider's curse, but since you've destroyed 27 spiders of the curse is starting to weaken. Did the kids who return to normal give you any rewards? No, I haven't talked to them yet. You should know that the only way to become very rich is to destroy as many spiders of this curse as possible. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so usually it would be saying like, we were cursed by I don't know what, to be honest. But yeah, and that we have to, if we kill golden skulltulas, the curse on them will be lifted. So that's why we are killing golden skulltulas. There are some tricks to finding them all. First of all, you'll have to hunt at night. Secondly, keep in mind that they love soft soil. Pay close attention to your surroundings. Please, we're counting on you. I don't really like spiders. For 10 killed skulltulas, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 100, every time one of them will be freed from their curse, and they will give us a reward. I guess it's mostly rupees. Curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward for you. Oh, the adult's wallet. Okay, that's better than some rupees. Probably they thought like, hey, we will be giving you so many rupees. Let's have some more space for them. The curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward for you. They're all saying the same. Ugh, Stone of Agony. If you equip Rumble Pack, it will react to nearby secrets. Whenever we're standing on top of a hidden grotto, if you have an N64 player with Rumble Pack inserted, the N64 player would shake whenever you stand on top of a hidden grotto. So this was Impa's house, with the poor encaged cow. You were also an inhabitant of Castletown. Hey young man, a grown boy like you entering a person's house without permission? I want to talk to your parents. Oh well. This isn't my house anyway, this is a great Impa's house. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter if you come in here. I've also just intruded like 2 weeks ago and just stayed in here. There's an awful lot of books in here, I just realized. It's like all of these encyclopedia, lexica, where you have like huge 1,000 pages books of them from lexica number 1 to lexica number 20, with all of the knowledge of the world. That's what it looks to me. The Great Impa has gone to the graveyard to seal up the humongous creature there. Interesting. Since Ganondorf appeared, many monsters have been sighted around here. Only the Great Impa has kept peace in our village. You have to remember that, young man. Okay, so that's probably why Kakariko is still more or less whole. Speaking of the Great Impa, she hasn't come back yet. I wonder what happened to her. I heard that the ghost of the Gravekeeper often appears in the graveyard behind this village. But, oh, no big deal. No big deal. So that's already the second one who tells us about the Gravekeeper's ghost, and the cow is still looking sad. Poor cow. Hey, Anu is still there, but there are no chickens. Where are your chickens, Anu? I bred a new type of miniature cuckoo. I call it the pocket cuckoo. Poke cook. Oh, I don't get goosebumps from this baby. Cuckoos are very good at getting lazy late rises out of bed. Haven't you heard of them before? Well, yes I have. It makes them very happy to crow cuckoo, especially when it wakes up a very heavy sleeper. However, my cuckoo is not entirely happy right now. You look like you're good at handling cuckoos. Don't you remember me? I mean, okay, I've aged like 7 years, but I'm still wearing the exact same cloth that I wore when I got your cuckoos back into the pen. Here, take this egg. After the cuckoo hatches, bring it back to me after a while and I'll check out its mood. What do you think? Will you try? Sure. You borrowed a pocket egg, a pokeball. A pocket cuckoo will hatch from it overnight. Be sure to give it back when you're done with it. So I guess I'll have to wake up Talon once more. Little detail to notice. The well is empty. It was drained for some reason. Maybe there's something down there, because they were talking about the people who had the Eye of Truth living in a house at the top of the well. So let's see if there is something down here. Well, I guess not. Where are they getting water from? Well, okay, there's the river flowing basically in front of the village, right? Shouldn't they have built like a second well or something? But this guy looks... whoa. First of all, he looks rather creepy. And he also looks very much more angry than when we were younger. Playing his... whatever instrument this is. He seems to be angry. I'll never forget what happened on that day 7 years ago. How convenient. It's exactly 7 years. It's all that Ocarina kid's fault. Next time he comes around, I'm gonna mess him up. Wait, we haven't done anything to you. What are you talking about? I do have an Ocarina though. What? You've got an Ocarina? Well, yes. Maybe it looks familiar, I don't know. What the heck? That reminds me of that time 7 years ago. Back then a mean kid came here and played a strange song. It messed up this windmill. Well, it's a song that is always playing in the background here, so you should know it because you're probably playing it, right? Strange. And now it started to rain inside of the windmill. Well, I guess you could call that messed up. You learned the Song of Storms. Oh no, a storm again! You played the Ocarina again, didn't you? Why again? I just... now the windmill goes pretty fast. I guess you could call that a carousel. So now we can make it rain. Maybe we can fill up the well with playing the Song of Storms. Well, wait, why doesn't it start to rain? Huh. Interesting. Interesting song, so it only works at given spots. Wow, that's useful. Hey, it's a shooting gallery! Yeah, of course we don't have the bow yet, so we have to come back once we have the bow and then do it again. Hey, do you still want some things in bottles? Please, we'll see. Please sell me the contents of a bottle. Please, we'll see. He wants box. I don't know why. He's probably an ex-EA programmer and has been traumatized by all the bugs he had to fix. Let's first go into this house over here, because as a child we couldn't enter here. It's another potion shop. You are a creepy looking lady. Well, never judge a book by its cover. What is she petting? It's a cat. It is a cat, right? Okay, you have become a lot more likable. It's a really weird looking face mesh. I heard that the Lost Woods where fairies live is a strange place with many mysterious smells. Well, you do have a pretty large nose, so you probably are a good smeller. I wish I could just once make medicine with some of the strange things I might find there. Oh, a side quest incoming? I may not be able to see very well anymore, but my nose still works fine. So I guess we gotta bring you something from Lost Woods so that you can make medicine from it. Is this like the odor of the potions are here? They seem to be pretty smelly. So, the lovers pair. Do I have to talk to them? What an annoying person interrupting us like this. Don't you agree, Malov? Well, actually, you're kinda right, because there's probably a reason why you are standing behind the windmill. Out of view for anybody, I'll just go. I'll take my leave. The windmill draws water up from the depths of the well. Okay. Now the well is dried up, though. Huh. Alright, let's find the ghost of Dampé. It's pretty interesting because they're just saying, oh yeah, the ghost of Dampé. They don't say, yeah, well, he died. So as a child you maybe... Well, it's not really meant for children to play this game, right? I mean, there's zombies, there's people being suppressed by a evil, bad king. Well, alright, first thing to do now that we're in a graveyard, since we know that Dampé is dead, let's go through his belongings and see if there's something interesting. That's actually kind of depressing, that this guy lived here with only a bed and a book. The Gravekeeper's diary is here. Do you want to read it? Well, it's a diary, so he didn't even have anything to read. He just wrote into his diary all the time. It's kind of sad. Wow. Of course we're reading his diary, oh my god. Interesting enough, it's still open, so either someone has been here a short while ago and read his diary as well, or since he died, nobody has ever been in his hut and, like, you know, cleaned up or something. There should be a lot more spiderwebs, I guess. Whoever reads this, please enter my grave. I will let you have my stretching, shrinking keepsake. Wow. Did he wrote this after he died? Let's not think about it too much. I'm waiting for you. Creepy. The only new grave. Well, first of all, there's more spirits here now. These are small posts. Yeah, sure. Just I won't hurt you if you don't hurt me. But you want to hurt me, so there you go. And yeah, that's what happens if you plant a magic bean somewhere as a child. Apparently, it takes them exactly 7 years to grow into these magic floating platforms. Yay, now we can go up here and destroy this crate, and there's a heart piece, yay! Over there, this grave is not there when we're a child. And there's also flowers in front of it, so flowers in front of a grave usually say, please, move this grave and rob it. So that's what we're gonna do. And here we are, and there's Dampé, yay! Looking... that's even more frustrating, because he died and he still looks exactly the same as he did when he was alive. Well, maybe he was fine with his looks. Some positive messages here. Hey, young man, are you fast on your feet? I may not look like it, but I'm confident in my speed. Yeah, well, it might have a thing to do with the fact that you're not touching the ground and can just float through the air, right? Let's have a race! Follow me if you dare! Okay. Ah! You didn't say anything about throwing fire at me. What are you doing? That's cheating. I guess you can be confident if you just burn your contestant to a crisp. How many people has he done that with yet? How many poor treasure seekers have been burned alive down here? It's actually a pretty large grave for such a... overall rather unimportant person. Well, I can't really follow you across the chasm, I hope you know that. It's kinda interesting because he says he wants to race us, but of course there's no way that you can reach the goal with in front of him, so it's not really a race. The time of this race was 1 minute and 5 seconds. Young man, you were very quick to be able to keep up with me. Well, I didn't really keep up with you. As a reward, I'm going to give you my treasure. It's called the hookshot. Its spring-loaded chain will pull you to any spot where its hook sticks. Doesn't that sound cool? I'm sure it will help you. I live here now, so come back. You do realize the irony of phrasing when you say I live here, when everybody knows that you're dead. I live here now, so come back again sometime. I'll give you something cool. One more thing, be careful on your way back. Okay, why? Seeing the hookshot is always excites a spark of joy in my brain, because hookshot is so important in randomizer. So when it just popped up, I was like, yay, hookshot! And then I was like, oh yeah, it's vanilla. It's a spring-loaded chain that you can cast out to hook things. You can use it to drag distant items toward you, or you can use it to pull yourself towards something. While holding C, you can aim with the analog stick, shoot it by releasing C. Well, we can't exactly go back, so the only thing we can do is head on further into the grave, and now we're enclosed in here. Words of wisdom! Hey, isn't that the same design that's on the Door of Time? So, what did we do in front of the Door of Time? We pulled out our flute and we played the Song of Time. And now we will see another use of the Song of Time. So that you don't only use it a single time in the whole game. It moves those blue blocks. And now we're on the second floor of the windmill. And since there is a heart piece over there, we have to do the jump puzzle, which is jump over there. And then wait, and then jump over here. Yay! There's pieces of heart that are harder to get and so, some that are pretty easy to get.